Keep bugs where they belong.
Western North Carolina ant ID. The smaller ants. Let's first take note that an ant's abdomen consists of two parts: the pedicel, that is the thin connecting structure with one or two segments or nodes, and the gaster. The gaster is the large back end of the ant. We'll be referring to these two parts of the abdomen when identifying the particular ant species. The first ant we'll discuss is the odorous house ant. This ant is the most common that we discover in kitchens and getting into sugar bowls and just being an all-around nuisance. They're very small, and they have one node that is very hidden by the gaster. This is a good tell that it's an odorous house ant that you're dealing with. Now, inside homes, they prefer to nest around water pipes or heaters, crevices around the sinks or cupboards, and other hard-to-reach moist places. So, oftentimes the best treatment method that we can recommend is to use poison baits. The next ant we'd like to discuss is the acrobat ant. Now, it has a two-segmented pedicel, and its gaster is heart-shaped when viewed from above. This is a good tell that it's an acrobat ant, is that heart-shaped gaster. Now, they have a stinger and are quick to bite when disturbed. Now, they prefer to nest in wood that has been subject to high moisture and fungal decay, but they will nest in styrofoam insulation panels and wall voids, and they occasionally strip the insulation from electrical and telephone wires, which can cause short circuits. Now, our recommended treatment is to find that nest. Following the workers can help, and treat it directly with an appropriately labeled aerosol or dust. Now, drilling could be necessary in treating these guys. The next ant I'd like to tell you about is the Argentine ant. It's much less common in western North Carolina, but the difficulty that it presents in treatment makes it definitely worth mentioning. Now, the Argentine ant looks a lot like the odorous house ant. Now, the big difference you could tell is it has one node that is not hidden by that gaster. The odorous house ant's gaster covers that node. The Argentine ant's does not. That node is very visible. Now, inside, they usually like to nest near a water source, like water pipes, potted plants, sinks, etc. Now, as I said, these ants are very difficult to treat. An outside perimeter barrier is absolutely essential when dealing with these ants and must be well maintained. Lastly, I'd like to mention the red imported fire ant. They are becoming more and more common in our area. Often they're transported in on shrubbery or in the bulbs of trees as they're transplanted in mulch and pine straw. Now, the red imported fire ant has a two-segmented pedicel and a stinger. And they prefer to nest in the ground, but when they do nest in a building, they prefer to nest in a place of exposed soil, like the bath traps. And outside, they'll often nest adjacent to the foundation walls. Fire ant control usually requires repeated applications of liquid or granular insecticides with a strong residual, but newer baits are now coming available on the market that may make fire ant control much easier. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope the information has been helpful. Remember, if you need some help or you need professional advice, give us a call or send us an email at piscapestcontrol.com. And thank you very much. Have a great day.
Keep bugs where they belong.